Okay, what's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We're down here. I already said that. Uh, I was just saying that I didn't have really anything to talk about. I need to close my jacket. We don't have really anything to talk about. I didn't know what was going on down to the blog, so
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
we're about to go see. Okay, we're about we're about to go see.
Let's go ahead and break this down together.
Oh.
Okay, fuck around with Gen X and find out. Now,
Girl, I don't even want to go. It's a post with Nick Cannon and some Muslim man talking about the role of women. You know how they like to tell women what to do. When you follow a father God Abrahamic religion, the men are always going to be in charge, telling women what they need to do in order to attract a good man so that you can help him. So you can be his helpmate. So you can be his maid, mule, and mattress. I need to clean my glasses before I start talking shit. But I'm not gonna watch it. Y'all want to watch that video? I don't want to watch it. Nick Cannon, and it's so weird. It's like, I don't know. Nick Cannon is a joke. Nick Cannon is a joke. Everybody is a goddamn joke. That's why we be down here laughing and giggling, because y'all some jokes. Y'all want to hear what Nick Cannon and this man had to say? They're always trying to tell women what to do. But, I made a comment, and the comment stirred up the damn comment section, honey. The girls got a little disheveled. Let's listen. Y'all want to listen? Whose website is this? I think it's on Nick Cannon's post. It must have come up in my feed because I don't follow Nick Cannon, but I must have left a comment here. But here we go. Listen.
What is a woman supposed to be to a man, and what's a man supposed to be to a woman?
So we have not been properly educated on relationships male to female, right, and relationships father and mother to child, or child to mother and father. These are sciences that must be learned in order for us to win.
And is it as simple as the man is the provider and the protector, and the woman is the nurturer and the caregiver?
That's a part of it. When you unpack Bible and Quran, there are gender-specific commands for the man and the woman. Man, maintainer, protector, provider. Woman, help meet, comfort, and consoler. That's big titles, though. But man is much more than a handyman, a bodyguard, right, and a human ATM machine.
Right.
And woman is much more than a pleasure box,
right,
a chef, and a maid.
Yeah.
A maid, a mule, and a mattress.
What is
what
a
he
woman
meant to say.
supposed to be to a man, and what's a man supposed to be to a woman?
He said a woman is more than a maid, a mule, and a mattress. What do y'all think? What is your role in a relationship? You see how he referred to the Father God religion and what it entails. Of course, it's going to entail help meet. That's the second time I've heard a black man use the word help meet, MEET. Where does that come from? Can somebody get in the comments and let me know where that comes from? Because that's the second somebody used that, left a comment and was telling me that I was going to go to hell and stuff like that, and because I didn't follow God's commandments, and I should fear God and stuff like that. Now, that's for y'all. Y'all need to fear God. Girl, I help God create, so I don't need to be afraid of God for what? Girl, what? I'm an extension of what God can do. Why would I be afraid of God? Are you okay? I'm not. Girl, I'm an extension of source energy. So are you. So what you afraid of? That's what I want to know. I said never. I repeat, never ask men who operate and govern themselves by a father God Abrahamic religion to tell you how women should act. Once they do, they are telling you how to be a maid, a mule, and a mattress. Ladies, I hope you're opting out of these type of relationships in 2024. Please update your operating systems. Oh, yes. Let's see. This one said, so explain to us what a lady should be. This is from a man. No, you don't need to know what a lady should be. You need to be worried about what a man should be. That's all you need to be worried about. This is a woman, last name Muhammad. So we already know what her perspective is going to be. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Brother Nuri's wife isn't a maid, mule, or a mattress. The sister is treated like royalty, as we and she should. I'm sorry I didn't say anything about that man's wife. I have no idea what you are talking about, Sister Muhammad. I said, just be. Stop looking to a man to tell you how to be. The fuck? I said, yippee. I'm so happy that Brother Nuri's wife is being treated like royalty. I would like to speak to her instead of you having you speak for her, because sounds like you really speaking for him. That's also by design. Speaking up for men while you rest in your femininity. How does that work? Oh, another contradictory way to exist in their environment. Oh gosh. No wonder why everybody's so fucking confused. That's why. Because the shit is contradictory. Wait, so your bad experience has made globally horrific to all women, even if they believe this? Don't you love when people do that? You have a comment about something that's happening on a global level, and they will whittle down a global experience down to your experience. And just because you had that one experience, now you're going to say that this is happening globally. Yes, motherfucker, it's happening globally. Newsflash, look the fuck around. No, but you have to lie to operate under the system of patriarchy. You have to contradict yourself to operate in a system of patriarchy. You have to be upside down to operate in a system of patriarchy, and backwards, counter everything. And you wonder why people are operating from lack, because the jig is up. That's why your eyes are dizzy. Someone said, yep, I'm the only one in the world who had a bad experience. Yep, I'm the only one. You're absolutely right. Somebody says, sounds like trauma. I said, do you think her name was WWJDAW? I put, do you think Jesus would chastise millions of women who have been traumatized by their experiences with men? The doctrine you're trying to enforce on other women doesn't even serve you, sweetheart. I said, you're afraid of God, child. I'm not. Only a fool will follow commandments that don't serve them. You know you don't have to follow commandments that don't serve you. They're not your commandments. They're only your commandments if you agree to follow them. Girl, if that's what you agree to follow, then those are your commandments. But those are not my commandments, girl. I operate under a different system. I'm watching y'all operate under a system of patriarchy, but I don't participate in it. I'm watching. I'm watching you. That's why I'm over here trying to tap y'all. Poop, poop, poop. I shake y'all on the shoulders, shake y'all shoulders, wake y'all up, get your neck moving, right? Let's see what some other comments say. They need to give Nick Cannon his flowers. He has done great things. I said, seriously? That was a woman. I've been married for almost 4 decades to my high school sweetheart. I'll say one thing. Our job as partners is to fill in, to lift each other. Roles, yes, are gender specific. Instead of hating that, let it empower you. My man take care of business. I take care of the fort. However, he feels strong because I tell him I need his strength. I feel strong because he tells me he needs me as a calm to his storm. What do these niggas be going through that y'all need to be a calm to their storm and be his peace and all that shit? What the fuck do they be going through? What the fuck do men be going through that you have to be his goddamn peace of mind? Goddamn meteorologist, the calm to his storm. Let's add another M. God damn it. You need to be a goddamn meteorologist. Girl, what do they be going through, woman, in this patriarchal society that you need to be his peace? Girl, shut up. Shut up. Shit is so stupid. Y'all be saying, I think it's like, let me say something that sounds like the most like romantic and like you romanticize every fucking thing. Everything. You romanticize everything. Why do you got to be a meteorologist, girl? You got to be everything. A maid, a mule, a mattress, a meteorologist. Girl. Okay, here, let's see. I couldn't agree more, but relationships have to be rooted in what works for the two people involved, creating a healthy environment for both to flourish in love. A woman, queen, goddess, lover, healer, protector, provider, chef, guide, nurturer, lovemaker, pleasurer, teacher, counselor, inspiration, honesty, trust, best friend forever. This is, I don't know if this is a man or a woman's page. Oh, it's a woman's page, and she has Nick Cannon all over her page, so we know what that gives. So she's putting y'all to work. The woman, queen, goddess, lover, healer, protector, provider, chef. Girl, she put chef in there. You a cook, okay? You a cook. A guide, a nurturer, a love maker, honey. There's the mattress. You got the mattress in there. A pleasure. There you go again. More mattress. A teacher, a counselor, inspiration, a best friend. Y'all want a partner to do all of this stuff? God, that's why you got to be a calm to the storm. God damn it. Because God damn, you got to do all of that. You can't be all of that to one person. And I think that's where a lot of y'all be fucking up too. You can't be all of that. Y'all meet a nigga in 2 weeks, he's your best friend. In 2 weeks, the nigga is your best friend. You don't know him from Adam. You don't even know if that's his name, girl. You don't even know what high school he graduated from. You don't know nothing about this motherfucker. And all of a sudden, y'all best friends. Have you ever asked yourself, why do you start calling the man that you're dating your best friend and then start eliminating the women around you? And now all of a sudden, this is your best friend. He used to be my BFF. Remember, not too much on my bestie? You should have picked a different best friend and probably a different husband. I mean, why do y'all do that? Why do women do that? Somebody answer the question. Why do women jump into a relationship with a man and then 2 weeks later he's her best friend? He's my best friend. Oh my God. The one I've done this. This person you get into relationship with and they become your quote unquote person, and that's your person, but you're not their person. You're not their person. They're your person, but you're not theirs. Like Mel did Destiny when she was like, "Oh, I'll be your tribe, but you're not part of my tribe. I'll be in your tribe, but I'm not calling you when I need you, girl." I'm not. So you got to be careful with that. Let's see. Wow, Nick C. I had this conversation with each a Muslim and Christian men, and to get an understanding beyond the socialism division and to the root of the individual human being, then a role portrayed by ancestors' knowledge at those time periods. This conversation is needed. You know what? No, it's not. Here's the thing. The last place that a majority of mediocre men have play a power is in marriage. They can play out what the men in the powers in the higher that the men in the power structures that are actually developing these systems and engineering these systems, they are giving men the ability to mimic that and stay stuck in that position and not try to achieve anything else by thinking that they can achieve marriage and achieving a woman to be a maid, a mule, and a mattress. That's achievement. I want y'all to listen to something because about the 4B movement. There's this video by the ex patriarch on on TikTok. I've posted one of his videos before. He also he debunks a lot of the things that go on in the manosphere, and he's a white male, and he debunks the things that are going around in the manosphere. And one of the things that I've posted before that you will probably see his face, recognize his face, is from the single mother. The world is the way that it is because of the single mothers, right? And how people keep spouting off this, this percentage with saying that the percentage of people in jail have come from single mother homes, and how this man he had basically debunks it with the actual article that the people are using the stat from, and what that actual stat really came from, and the number of people that were surveyed, and how it really can't be applied because it's a very small number, but you have so many people using it as a talking point to further whatever cause that they have to, I guess, remove accountability and responsibility from men and place it on women, which is by design in a patriarchy. I mean, there's always going to be those type of agents that are just always going to be like, it's the woman, it's the woman, it's the woman, it's the woman, it's the woman. And women too will do it. It's women, it's women, it's women, it's women. Um, and so I want you to hear this guy because he now is talking about how the men have been responding to the surge of the 4B movement, and how women are talking about it, and women are talking about how they're going to start or already have participate in the movement of 4B. If you don't know what 4B is, hold on, let me tell you what it is. Okay, 4B means no sex with men, no child rearing, no dating men, and no marriage with men. Period. That's it. There, I don't see any exceptions. I don't see any asterisks. I just see what it says. No sex with men, no child rearing, no dating men, no marriage with men. And this wave has been going on TikTok, where this is now, TikTok is giving us information. So what seems like new information for people, or new concepts or new approaches, it seems like it's new. It's going to be new information for some people. But what people like this guy does, a ex-patriarch, is he lets us know, people like make content like this, and lets us know like this is not entirely true what these men and women are saying online. Let me go ahead and show you the research that I've done to debunk this talking point. That's why I say you arm yourself with the truth. That's why a lot of the times you hear people and you have to tell them you have to get new material. You are literally operating under a old system, an old program, and you're literally trying to ask people to function on old systems, and people are rejecting it because they realize, and they're watching how the system is dysfunctional and they don't want to participate in those systems anymore. So yes, you can ban abortion, but we'll just stop fucking. And with the TikTok, yeah, that's why they want to get control over TikTok, because they need to control the amount of information that people are getting. Y'all heard the birth rates are at an all-time low. I'll go to that after we talk about the 4B movement here. Here it is. Hold on. He does a stitch. So you're going to hear another guy talking first, and he's basically debunking this guy's talking point. So you're going to hear him, but you'll be able to tell who's who. Here we go.
These women are talking about how they're not going to date men, sleep with men, procreate with men, and all these other things, right? Feminism is going to lead these women into dating each other.
Congratulations, you walked face first into the point. And every time, these men think they are the first person to realize this. That if you don't date men, well, then you'll have to date women or date no one. Yeah, that's the general idea. It's also not a new idea. Separatism has been part of feminist thought throughout second wave feminism of the 60s and 70s. A desire to live a life entirely separated from men and patriarchy. Women have thought about and talked about this issue and the consequences of it for decades, such as when the Chicago Women's Liberation Union wrote back in 1972 that ideological and political separatism wasn't really viable. That women still need men's economic, political, and social allyship to help dismantle patriarchy. But when it came to their private lives, that was another story. And many women made the separatist choice back then, and 50 years later are continuing to make that choice. For years, you've been telling women that they rely on the infrastructure built by men, so they set about building and relying on their own. It is becoming ever more viable for women to live a life entirely separated from men, to live in community with women, to shop at women-owned businesses, to buy products designed and engineered by women, and utilize services and labor provided by women. And you are all so pressed by the very idea of women out there living their lives without men, that you not only have to object based on your opinion, but to make out that it's a moral concern.
Is that not of the devil? Like, it's literally evil.
You would think that the devil would be far more involved in the horrific rates of SA, IPV, rape, and abuse that women face. The deadliest threat a woman faces is the man in her own home. And when women, battered and broken by what we've done to them, say enough, rather than respect that, or better yet, take a moment of introspection to wonder why every woman you'll date has a story of being abused or harassed by a man, you use it as another opportunity to degrade women further, mocking them even as they say no more. That is the devil's work.
Like, imagine if men got on this app and said, oh yeah, we're going to participate in the 4Bs.
Oh, but men did. Upset at feminist separatism, they decided to lean heavily into that "you can't fire us, we quit" energy and made their own separatist movement. And the original manifesto from 2001 highlights the difference between men's separatism. For men, it was about retributive punishment towards women. Until women started acting right and getting back to the feminine values of unwavering obedience, respect, and sandwich making, then these men were opting out. But the entire goal was always about manipulating women to fit their goal of what a woman should be. And it's funny, I just finished watching a documentary on the FLDS, and there is not a hair's breadth of difference between these men desperately trying to convince women that their only value comes by centering men, by being respectful, obedient, and feminine, and cult leaders using the exact same rhetoric to keep women fearful so that women could be traded around like commodities. It is about fear, control, and domination, which is evidenced by the fact that while these men are claiming the 4B movement is all about man-hating, I can't even mention the name of the men's movement because it has been banned off all social media platforms for promoting violence and hatred against women, with real-life consequences. It was never about them going their own way, which is proven by the fact that they cannot help themselves but comment on, critique, and invade any space where men are decentered, which ultimately is what this is all really about. Men who are secure in themselves and their worth spend zero time concerned about what women who do not want them are doing with their lives. The only men who are pressed are the men who need women to center men, that need to convince women that pursuing a man is the only major milestone in their life that gives women any value. Because those men believe the only measure of success in their life is to have a woman by their side that listens and obeys their demands. They are terrified because their entire lives they've been convinced that a man who is single, who doesn't have a woman that he can control, is worthless and has no value. And that is where men need to come together to offer their voice, their insight, opinions, and wisdom, to help men find value and worth within themselves, rather than wasting their breath insulting women who never wanted them in the first place.
Baby, yes. I didn't, no interruptions. I'm gonna let him cook, honey. Period. I don't have nothing else to say. That's why sometimes when you say that you want to use men in order to send a message and to get a message out there, that's the kind of messenger you want to use. You want to use men to get messages out there, that's how you utilize men. You don't try to draw in this negative representation. You get someone who actually, even unconsciously, people will listen to by their own programmed biases, unconsciously will just listen to white men. Because nobody's going to tell him, why do you get down there and talk about men all the time if you really don't deal with men? Nobody would ever tell him that. But he's saying the exact same shit that I be telling y'all. The same thing that all the girls is telling y'all. Somebody that sometimes y'all don't want to listen till you hear some, I don't know why it has to come out of somebody else's mouth sometimes in order to be like, oh, it's just not her singular experience that has shaped her perspective. Girl, you know how, I think that is so ignorant to just literally whittle somebody down. Like you have this view about men because you went through something. Girl, what? So because you went through something, that's the only reason you went through something. I don't think y'all understand advocacy. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're those type of people that really don't see it's a problem until it happens to you. And that's why you think my energy is just because I went through something 17 years ago, girl. No. I'm watching people, but I'm also sharing, I have experiences. So I'm going to share those things with you. But I don't understand. I've never understand this kind of, it's you, but it just goes back to the victim blaming. It goes back to victim blaming, right? It's like, no, this is the reason. It was you. You have this view. It's trauma speaking. Girl, no shit. What the fuck? Aren't we telling people to get therapy? Why are we telling people to go to therapy? They've experienced trauma. Oh, how did they experience trauma? Oh, in a relationship. Oh, was it a parental relationship? Was it a professional relationship? Was it a goddamn romantic relationship? Yeah, damn. People have relationships and experience trauma in relationships. So yes, when we are all watching people in relationship behave, we are going to draw on our experience, but also discuss what everybody else has experienced before. Girl, what the fuck? I have never understood that about people. You think I'm the only one that's ever had an experience, and so my perspective is because I went through something? No. I don't like to see people get mistreated. And I see a pattern of behavior. So I'm going to say something, goddammit. And it's something that I've always thought, and even myself have participated in these systems that I knew deep down in my soul did not sit right with me. But it wasn't until I read and learned and read and experienced, because I've always had these feelings even before I had children. Do you understand? But I was still, my eyes was a little wound up. Maybe I was like this. But I always knew it was like the movie, Don't Worry, Darling, where she's in this system, this virtual reality, but all of a sudden she's having like flashbacks and something is like glitchy. Like something's not right in this system. Like, okay, I'm here, but this is weird and something's not right. Okay, I'm going to church and I'm sitting there and something is not right, y'all. But no, you the big mouth, be quiet. You got too much mouth. Don't ask questions. This is not right. Something's not right. And you have one of those people everywhere. You have one of me type of personality everywhere, sprinkled throughout generations and lifetimes and wherever. But it's always that one person that's like, this something's not right in here. But you still participate in the system because the majority of the people around you are also, their eyes are wound up too. You're just eyes you're like the malfunction, right? It's like everybody else is coming out the fucking factory and you're like, wait a minute. Okay, I'm in the factory, I'm doing the things, but something ain't right about this. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And then you suffer. And you're like, I didn't even have to go through that suffering, but I was participating in something that I thought I had to participate in, that I was pursuing. That's why I told y'all, ask yourselves when you're like, why did you want to get married? What was in you that you decided you wanted to get married at such a young age? What do you ever unpack that? Why do you want the things that you desire? Why do you want these things? And then you think about it, it's like, I didn't even want this. I didn't want this. How many people have that experience? But if you live in a society where everybody is just going along to get along, it's literally the Twilight Zone, bruh. If you go along to get along, that everybody's just going along to get along, and you're just like walking down the street like, girl, can y'all fucking wake the fuck up? And he's like, no, get married, get married, get married, get married. No, and then you have men, and then you have the women worshiping the men, and it's just like, but there's groups of people that are always going to be like, this ain't right. I'm not the only one. It's a lot. That's why some of you are drawn to this channel, to this frequency, because you did grow up thinking like, participating in systems that you knew something wasn't right about it. You knew something wasn't right about it. But sometimes you just went along to get along. Like I said, some of y'all this past weekend got married, knew good and goddamn well you didn't nothing change when you went down the aisle. He's still getting on your nerves. Now you legally bound to him, girl. What the fuck? And then like really operating in systems and not questioning the system that you're operating in, not questioning the institution of marriage at all. Just thinking like, oh, I should get married because men exist, so therefore I should get married, right? Okay, good. It's like, did you ever think about why you desire marriage? What in you? Who taught you that? What about your society and culture taught you that this is what you want? So many people are participating, men and women alike. I'm not just talking to women. People participating and acting like they straight and they gay, acting like they gay or they straight. This is a thing. People are running around here acting. It's a performance. All this shit, everybody is performing. Everybody is performing. What did I say I want to show y'all after the patriarch thing? I said I want to show y'all something else after him. I forgot. Let me see if I can remind myself when I look at this damn thing. I don't remember. This man said, you better get it straight and don't confuse God's commandments for people's interpretation and manipulation on the words translated from another language. One thing is true. God does not expect us to treat each other in a way that makes them uncomfortable. If you are confused on all things, remember that the Bible says to treat others like you want to be treated. And so that's why I don't fuck with you niggas, because y'all niggas is crazy. And if I really treated y'all like you treat women, we would be killing y'all. Like, girl, what the fuck? We would be retaliating with violence. Hello, girl, what do you mean? If we're going to use your good book to say treat people how they treat you, God damn it, we'd be slicing y'all niggas from ear to ear. What you talking about? Shit. Girl. Shit. What else is going on? Shit. What you talking about? We are not puppets. You sound like one. You sound like you got a string up your ass through your mouth and out your head. You sound like one. We are not puppets. We are created with a will to choose what makes us happy, and a will to not follow these fucking weird ass commandments that put women into suffering that they don't deserve. Every fucking tentacle of an Abrahamic religion. I don't give a damn if they're Mormons. I don't care what they are. You're there abusing women and children. I don't give a damn what your fucking book says. God damn it. Fuck your commandments. Hello. Sit on that. How does that feel? Shit. It pissed me off. Some motherfuckers use that the same way the KKK used the damn book to string you niggas up. Y'all using it to hurt women and children, and you've been using it for generations. And the time is up. The time is up. That's why people are not lasting. That's all this age of truth and information. Girl, hang it up. It's done. So you better start to adjust and realize, one, I'm talking to men. You're not needed. So make yourself useful. Find a place and stop trying to be codependent on women to get them to do things for you. Don't determine your measurement of manhood on what a woman does. That's codependency. It's weak as fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Also accept that just because you have a penis does not mean you're a leader, and does not mean that you are a leader in any relationship that you get in. Another thing, focus on other relationships outside of romantic, intimate relations. There are other things to be, other relationships that are more sustainable than you trying to find somebody to mill the land with, and you don't even want to do the towing of the land. They out there doing everything. Girl, don't nobody have to do nothing they don't want to fucking do. But I do want y'all to ask yourselves, why do you want the things that you desire? Like, literally ask yourself. And I think a lot of that goes into, maybe because I've been studying my north node, the direction that you're headed, your north node, in the stars. Yes, it's in the stars. The stars have been here even before your little made up religions. The stars been here, girl. Ha! Girl, astrology, astronomy, it's not real, bitch. Don't tell me it's not real. If you don't look up and see that all this shit was here before you, before all these books, before anybody could write a book, before language even fucking existed, bitch, it was a star in the sky. So goddamn, I'm going by what the fucking stars say. What direction am I headed? That's what you got to study. I think that's where that frame of mind came from, me just studying my north node. So study your north node. Shit. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta finish my coffee and my reefer and go outside. It's been 40 minutes. Yeah. Let me go. I don't know what I talked about, honey. Nick Cannon. Girl, it really gets on my nerves. It really does. It's the women who need deprogramming. Because the system, it functions for it functions for the man. It looks like it functions for the men, but it's also killing the men too. Because a system of patriarchy doesn't care about anybody. They don't care about nobody, not even men. And the skewed perception that the men are getting a good, what do you call it, the good side of the deal, the good end of the bargain, and the bargain is women. The bargain is women. And because they still have access to women, there is no need to change. For what? Why? The women are going to have to come to an understanding and move in a way that if there is a public information on a particular man who has not been kind to women, then he deserves no access to women unless his mama and sisters and people want to deal with him, unless they're related to him. There has to be women coming together and sharing information. Hoarding information about men is crazy as hell, or a woman, or somebody. If you know something about a person and you see your folks going down the wrong road and you don't say nothing, girl, no. You don't let people go down a road and you already know it's a fire and you know there's a fire. If you don't know, then that's different. But if you know they're walking into some fire, you should at least fucking tell them and be like, girl, get you some flame retardant clothes if you about to go in there because boop, 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 boop. Let me let you know. Let people make their decision. But if you have information that can save someone from needless suffering, tell them. If they get mad at you or say you jealous or whatever, girl, whatever, but you need to know this information. Because if anything happens and I knew what I know about this person, and the idol worship, when I tell you women need deprogramming, y'all have to stop with the moving from space to from frequency to frequency, worshiping the audio, the visual. Get that out of here. You're sovereign. You're supposed to be connected to everything and attached to nothing. Do you understand? You jumping from space to space, taking your programmed behavior to idolize and worship. You have to unlearn that, because you're just going to go from one space to the another. If you're going from black men to non-black men and worshiping them over there, or you're going from men to women and you worshiping women, like, come on. Sovereign means that you are not attached. There's no codependency happening. You sit down, you gather information, and then you leave. You come back, check in to see if there's new information. Has this fucking broad or this motherfucking nigga updated their operating system? Is what they're saying still resonating, or does it sound like static? When it starts to sound like static, get your ass up and leave. You are not bound to nothing. I thought about get your ass up and leave. I thought about Stormy saying, you can move, you not a tree. What she say? Remember what she was telling the girls about the low vibrational plates? But literally, you can get up and move. You're not a tree. Right? That means that you can be connected. You're connected, but you're not attached. All of us are on this journey on our own. Yes, we will gain friends, lose friends and relatives and blah, 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 and all the people, all the players in the thing, but the journey is yours. That's it. That's it. So you cannot be trying to if you're taking your behaviors that cause you suffering in one area and taking them and just moving them and taking them to the next, nothing changes. Nothing changes. Insanity. What? doing the same thing, expecting different results. You just taking, you know, how they tell people like who like to move a lot because they think it's going to solve their problems, and they just take their problems to the next place. Same vibe, same thing. So if you are taking your toxic approaches and coping skills from one space to another, it's nothing's going to change. You have to unlearn the need to be on your knees worshiping something. You need to get out of looking for somebody to tell you what to do, but just sitting there and understanding that you're just gathering information. But the choice and the next step is your choice. It should not be somebody else's choice. You should be detached from how other people are feeling, so you can have your own feelings. And when you are done at the end of the day, call your energy back and send back whatever energy, I don't care, whatever energy, all of it, send it back. Call all of your energy back. You know how y'all be sending out love all day long, sending love, sending healing, sending. Call it back. Call it back to you. You are an individual. You make your own choices. That's why it's so important to sit still. Yes, you pray, do all your praying, your manifesting, whatever you want to do, journaling, however way you manifest, however way you pray. But sometimes you have to be quiet so that you can hear God, intuition, your inner, that's God, right? It might sound like you, that's God. So listen, sit down and be quiet for a second and listen and process your perspectives and your opinions and your next steps on your information, not somebody else telling you what to do. Does that make sense? That's why when people get on here and start telling Erica this and Erica that, telling me what to do and stuff like that, and what they don't like about, girl, it does not matter. But if you don't like it, honey, don't ask me to change. You change. I don't ask people to change. I learned that fucking lesson. I learned that lesson. I'm not asking nobody. Girl, stay. Do you, boo. Be who you are. Be you. But if I don't like, it's not harmonizing, I'm moving on. I'm moving on because it no longer harmonizes. So you don't have to change your tune. I will change. Take my tune and go elsewhere to where we can harmonize and make beautiful music together. Because over here, sounding like static. So when I start sounding like static to you, get up, change the channel, refresh the screen, girl. Hit pause, stop, rewind, disable, whatever the fuck. But you don't have to be here. It's for everything. Everything, you have an option, you have a choice, and that's in all relationships. You don't have to be in this relationship if you don't want to, girl. Honey, boo, sweetheart, sugar, you don't. You can get up and leave anytime you want to. You ain't stuck nowhere. What the Stormy say? You are not a tree. You can get up and move, girl. Anyways, y'all gotta go. Okay, I gotta go. Take care of each other and protect your energy, okay? And remember that you're an individual. Stop fucking listening and making decision based on somebody else's fucking opinion or idea. Do your research. Somebody says something, you like, girl, that don't even make no damn sense. Do your own research. Don't rely on somebody else to tell you the information when it's there. This is all, look, talking about I don't know, there's no way. You don't know. You can find it. You can find the answer. The answer's in the black mirror. And it's within, honestly. The answer is always within. Anyways, take care of each other, protect your energy. Peace.